less symbolic. He's an ego.
I love how he sees Kirby, he's just like, oh no.
Dreamland's ruler can't contain himself, wrapping his little rival.
Kirby is unamused. I'm like such a fan of King Dedede now. This is amazing. Hello, YouTube. My name is Cloudy Clarity. You can call me Claire or Cloudy, and I am a Weather Witch VTuber. And we are continuing on today with the Designing for series. Specifically today, Designing for Kindness. Now we did already react to Designing for Friendship, so if you want to check that out, you can find that in my videos and reacts from last week. However, today is for Dedede. I've had a lot of people wanting to see King Dedede, so without further ado, let's go here, especially because I don't know a lot about King Dedede. I really don't, other than he's the villain in some of the games, but like based on lore, he's really not for most of them. So I'm excited to learn more about King Dedede as well. So let's get started. Kabuto! Designing for.
Dedede, that's the name you should know. Dedede, he's the king of the show.
Whoa, wait. Oh my god, that's from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Okay, I know this isn't, oh my god, I loved Final Fantasy VII Remake so freaking much, and this part of the game was freaking hilarious.
Oh, you'll holler and hoot, he'll give Kermit a boot. Dedede is the one.
You know, it's hard to think much of a character like King Dedede, at first glance at least. The original antagonist of the Kirby series has served as a charming doofus for 3 decades. And really, there's no need to expect much more of Dedede. He's got an amazing character design that's both simple and iconic.
Well,
his
and
cartoon
he's just about to talk about it. Never mind.
mallet feels great to smack things around with.
Yeah, his hammer mallet is so freaking iconic and so cool. Like, I'm not a big fan myself of using big weapons, but just for like his character and design, it's just really, really nice.
And the guy's just so incredibly expressive and
He is. He is. Even in the Game Boy Advance version. Oh no, Game Boy, not even Game Boy Color, like the black and white. Some of the expressions he made were amazing.
over the top that other characters would wish they have half of Dedede's effortless appeal.
Look at that charisma.
There's not a great many characters who can get across their entire characterization in just a crouching animation. But this guy?
Oh my god, no!
Dedede's just good, simple fun, in the same way that the pink puffball he bullies is.
Oh, those little head pads are so cute.
And just like Kirby, the pompous penguin's got a lot more under the hood. However, while Kirby represents boundless potential and optimism in the face of adversity, Dedede is significantly less symbolic. He's an
I love how he sees Kirby just like, oh no.
Maniac with a big hammer and an appetite. What he contributes on a multiversal scale isn't much more than being a footnote in Kirby's adventures that reads, oh yeah, also Dedede was there. But in spite of his story being so much smaller than Kirbo's, it's exactly that, his relationship with Kirby, that makes Triple D so remarkable.
Triple D!
King Dedede has seen and experienced all of the world ending.
Yeah, the world ended. Yeah, that's the expression I'd be making if I was in those situations. Not just innocent looking up like Kirby does, but like, oh my god, what is going to happen to us? Like King Dedede. I think he's relatable in that regard.
Existence assimilating, nightmare fueling calamities Kirby's faced off with. Sometimes unwittingly controlled by them, sometimes fighting them at Kirby's side. And in the face of it all,
just that face, he is quite concerned. Understandably, but quite concerned.
he's grown. The arrogant avian is still kind of a jerk, sure.
Okay.
But game by game, bit by bit, Dedede has developed from Dreamland's shameful tyrant into a benevolent king to be proud of. A character meant as nothing more than a cute-looking end boss became a true hero in his own right.
Cute.
And it's all due to the heart that Kirby was willing to share with him. King Dedede has become proof of the power of kindness.
Oh, so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna get serious for a second here, guys. When I was younger, I got bullied a lot in elementary school. And it was because I was like very, very emotional. Like I cried easily. I was very sensitive, I think is the right phrase for it. So I became like a really easy target for bullies. But I realized that if I was kind to the people and kind to everybody, the bullying would stop. And I think it's because people were like, oh shoot, like, she's too nice. Like, don't say those things about her. She's a nice person. So I've definitely lived by the motto of kill 'em with kindness my whole life. So this is actually really, this hits home for me, you know? That kindness was able to turn Dedede from a bully into a friend, or at least someone that you could rely on when you need him.
But before all that, he was just a dick.
You puny peewees better be scared, cause I'm the baddest dude on the whole planet!
In his debut appearance of Kirby's Dream Land, Dedede doesn't even pretend he's the king of the place, only residing in the neighboring Mount Dedede to let his minions loot all the food and sparkling stars that Dreamland has to offer.
Okay.
Kirby, a spry young boy, volunteers to assail the mountain castle, meets its master, and has a wrestling match with him. Okay. Dedede is a goofball of a final boss, jumping way up high in the air for huge splashes.
Oh yeah, and that's what he's got as his up B and smash, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Falling on his face for a quick tackle, bringing in a foreign object to the ring to clobber Kirby with. And even stealing Kirby's own signature move to humiliate him. These are silly heel tactics 101, and Dedede revels in getting to use them. The king is a showy, self-obsessed bully looking to humiliate anyone he shares the squared circle with and throw his bulk around. And he's pretty dang durable in his first appearance. Fights with Dedede are meant to be an ego trip, squash matches that he'll always win. But finally, here's someone to smack him right in the face.
Yeah.
And he is shocked every single time you land even one.
I gotta look at that. He's definitely super expressive. I love that.
And one hit on him. And when you send him blasting off again, Dedede's not gonna learn his lesson, looking to get right back at Kirby in extra mode, an even harder challenge to really test Kirby's abilities, where he promptly loses again. His ego crushed, Dedede cries and sulks off all alone, before Kirby follows him off screen. Kirby never passes up the opportunity to make a friend, and this is his first chance. Dreamland is overall a pretty simple and silly game, but it establishes everything that would come to define King Dedede in the future. After this single appearance, after Kirby extends his hand in friendship, Dedede doesn't really serve as the main villain of the series anymore. Sure, there are competitions like Battle Royale or retellings of Dreamland like Blowout Blast, but otherwise, the guy's most evil appearances are Tilt and Tumble, Dream Course, Avalanche.
Kirby, your dream has carried you far, but here it ends. Oh my god, look how angry Kirby looks. That's so cute.
King Dedede will still show up to antagonize Kirby. Obviously, the guy's a sore loser and he wants his run back.
Look at his expression again. I love how consistent he is throughout it. Also, if I take off my hat, you guys can see another expression of him. I'm just moving myself off to the side so you can see a little bit better. But oh my god, he is expressive. I love it.
But this defeat and the following sympathy from Kirby changes something within Dedede. Never all at once, but slowly. The selfish king who would starve an entire kingdom because he had the munchies would come to care for those that he looked down upon. Gone was the fearsome, reclusive tyrant of Mount Dedede. And in his place was the king of Dreamland, ready to take some responsibility for those he claimed to rule over.
Cute.
Dedede's first act as king.
I was like, why was that screen dark and black for so long? Like, what? Was he about to jump scare me?
Is to make it so that all his subjects can't sleep anymore while he uses their holy sanctum as a swimming pool.
So tell me, Kirby, have you been having pleasant dreams lately? Well, ain't that a crying out loud shame?
Kirby's
Oh
adventure
my God.
portrays his portliness as the main antagonist, breaking up the legendary Star Rod to keep the citizens of Dreamland from, well, dreaming, and gives the pieces to his buddies all around the world.
Okay.
Seeing that Triple D is up to no good again, Kirby reclaims all the pieces, confronts the penguin, and Dedede gets his rematch. Having trained extensively in the art of inflating himself,
He's able to suck in air and fly like Kirby does, but only as a result of the vigorous training he undertook after being bested by Kirby. I love that so much. Look at that growth.
just like a balloon, to try and
Balloon.
one-up his new rival. But in spite of the lazy king actually showing effort, Kirby pretty handily overcomes him, reunites the Star Rod, and accidentally releases the Nightmare Wizard from the Fountain of Dreams to terrorize Dreamland.
I'm just thinking I recognize this scene.
You see, King Dedede only stole the Star Rod to seal away the nightmare. Dedede's intentions were noble. He wanted to be
Minus the whole swimming in the pool thing.
Dreamland's hero. He was just exceptionally bad at it, and was far too prideful to ask Kirby for any help.
Yeah.
Or to tell him anything, really. But knowing the danger, Dedede launches Kirby into the upper atmosphere along with the Star Rod to vanquish the nightmare and bring sweet dreams back to his kingdom.
Well, and that protects his people as well, sending Kirby off into the atmosphere. And Dedede's like, he's fine, he'll be fine, he can handle it.
While misguided and very poorly planned, as early as his second mainline appearance, King Dedede is trying to be a better ruler
Ethics for dummies, cute.
for his people. He just needs more practice, more power, and to get one up on that there Kirby. And while he would
Did he say Kirby?
practice, more power, and to get one up on that there Kirby.
Kirby.
And while he would lose a gourmet race or 3 in the meantime, Dedede was still growing stronger, better, and with enough training, would surely have the chance to
What's this icky paint like goop?
Dedede spends both Kirby's Dream Land 2 and Kirby's Dream Land 3 possessed by dark matter, an amorphous sentient star of pure darkness looking to assimilate all life across the cosmos.
Oh, look at him, so cute.
My man literally sleeps through his Dreamland 2 boss fight and... yeah, moving on.
Yeah, move on.
Only by gathering the rainbow drops and heart stars can Kirby exorcise the demon from within the king.
Wait, did that say insert terminal montage?
Rainbow drops and heart stars can Kirby exorcise.
Insert terminal montage reference here. Let's go. Oh, okay. I know a lot of people ask me to react to terminal montage, but terminal montage does not want content creators reacting to their content. And that's why you'll never see a terminal montage react, but I watch them because they're so good. So good.
The demon from within the king's body. And Dedede, for his part, seems perfectly complacent to let Kirbo do his thing and kill a dark god after that.
Yeah.
Kirby 64, though, that's where things really start heating up for the mind-controlled monarch. At first, Dedede is his regular jerk of a self, keeping a crystal shard from Kirby, mostly because he can and it would make Kirby upset, before falling for Dark Matter's fiendish possession hat trick prank. But after being soundly and frankly unceremoniously
That face when you got clocked by a refrigerator.
beaten again, and some pleading from Waddle Dee, something comes over Dedede. Whether it be care for his subject, embarrassment at being beaten so easily again, or just guilt building up as he starts wanting to do the right thing, Dedede follows Kirby and becomes one of the gang in this planet-hopping adventure.
I did play this game back in the day, but I don't remember really much of anything from it.
For the first time outside of Samurai Kirby, King Dedede is playable, getting into the thick of certain levels with Kirby and smashing through obstacles with his outstanding strength. He's not perfect. He still tosses his little rival around like a ragdoll when he gets the chance. But Dedede really comes to care for Ribbon, Adeline, Waddle Dee, and even Kirby himself. He helps save Adeline's life from an erupting volcano. He makes sure Kirby's gluttony doesn't get the little guy stranded on a desert planet. He even starts ball.
Oh! Look at that oh! Look at those precious bean eyes with the little tears in them. Oh, I love that so much. He's so cute. Just a little tear up like this. Just a little tear up.
When he has to say goodbye to his new friend Ribbon. This is Dedede doing unabashed, completely selfless good for the first time in his life. And by the end of it all, he's properly recognized as a hero of Ripple Star.
Oh, come now, little old me a hero? Surely you jesting.
His care for others has ceased to be purely out of glory or obligation, primarily anyway, and has become genuine.
Can we just look at his face there? Like, they're all concerned. Kirby's like, ah, because Kirby fell. But, I mean, Kirby can float. It's no problem. But King Dedede is genuinely concerned. Cannot comprehend. Like, hands on his head. That is funny.
The greedy king feels empathy as his heart grows.
Oh, I love this one.
Anyway, Squeak Squad happens next in release order. It's weird.
Okay.
Kirby gets his cake stolen and
Oh, I've seen that image before.
assumes it's Dedede, so he goes to his house unprompted and beats him up. But like Dedede was just chilling, so he yeets Kirby into a hole to beat up some mice, and also at some point he imprisoned the Lord of the Underworld, who might be a remnant of Dark Matter, and is just like, yeah, Kirby will take care of it, and just after the first boss fight, he's just gone. But he's got the NME transporter from the anime, so the anime's real now, and look, Dedede fought the devil and won, but off screen, and Kirby doesn't trust Dedede at this point to not steal his food.
I mean,
need
fair.
to say both of those things at some point in this video, but Kirby doesn't really have a consistent timeline according to Kumazaki, and it didn't make sense to say it somewhere else, and I don't know how to get out of this section. I'm kind of just rambling because I couldn't think of a good way. But there's still doubt within Dedede's heart. If he tried with all of his power, using all of his resources, everything he learned, would his strength be monstrous enough to clobber dat dare Kirby?
That dare Kirby.
He had to try. One final chance to prove himself as the most dominant force on Dreamland.
Not gonna happen.
This wasn't Dedede looking for another rematch. This was the final and complete revenge of the king.
Okay.
Dedede would pit his fiercest and most loyal subjects against the accursed pink lump, reacting in horror as, one by one, they all fall to Kirby's
Unthinkable. He beat that one too.
voracious appetite. His Waddle Dees defending him to his last, Dedede attempts to spare at least one bandana-wearing friend. But Bandy's loyalty is too great. He too tries to challenge Kirby for Dedede's dream, and he too falls.
Oh.
With nothing left, Dedede faces off against Kirby in the most honorable duel he can possibly imagine. An electrified steel cage match.
Why are they always fighting in wrestling matches and wrestling arenas?
Giving Kirby his old hammer while he uses a cool robot one with rockets and flamethrowers. Dedede is very good at understanding subtlety
I'll kick that Kirby to the curb.
and using every trick he knows, fighting with all he has. Cheered on by a rallying Bandana D, the
Cute.
King duels Kirby and... Dedede could never beat his rival.
Nah.
Of course he couldn't.
It's
Even if
Kirby.
you push yourself beyond your limits, how can you beat someone whose very existence is limitless?
Again, another reference here to Saitama from One Punch Man. I'm just saying, they got a lot of similarities, Kirby and Saitama.
King Dedede will never again be the strongest force in Dreamland.
But that's okay.
But being a king doesn't mean being the greatest.
No.
It means providing all you can and doing the best for your subjects.
Well, and like, a king or queen cannot be all things. That's why they would have a court that would have people. It's the same as governments today. You have a prime minister or a president, and they're supposed to surround themselves with experts in their fields that they would then advise and also take action on behalf of the king or the ruler or whoever, you know? So he doesn't need to be the strongest, but if he can rely on Kirby, if he can forge that friendship and kindness, then Kirby can fight for him.
As Dedede once again walks into the sunset, defeated and depressed, it's not Kirby that follows him this time.
Aww.
The Waddle Dees, even in defeat, still follow their king. King
Cute!
Dedede's last battle with Kirby may have ended up the same way as his first, but he's no longer alone. His actions have earned him friends, earned him trust, and earned him enough respect that in spite of his weaknesses and buffoonery, those closest to Dedede will still follow him. This truly marks the end of Dedede as a villain. He'll still compete, cheat, and be full of himself, but a conquering might makes right champion he will never be again.
This
His
is good, though.
compassion has earned him something far, far more powerful.
Aww, I love this. This is fantastic.
Even spin-offs continue establishing Dedede's development. While Kirby Right Back At Ya mostly sees His Majesty as a commentary on inept leadership and the overindulgence of commercialism in contrast to the simple joys taught and indulged in by Kirby.
Wonder what Dedede's up to. Based on past experience, I think it's safe to say it's something stupid.
Dedede has his moments.
That's so harsh. I've been hearing about this anime, but I've not seen it. But that's harsh.
I mean, just 2 moments, really. But when a meteor is going to destroy Dreamland, the selfish king decides to use his last moments alive to destroy a monument to himself in order to make room for a playground.
Aw.
He invites Kirby over and sits down to swing with the little guy,
Aw.
knowing that he's about to die,
What?
but happy for the first moment of selflessness in his life.
Aw. Life is short. Fall in love, Dedede. Aw.
And after surviving that, and returning to form by pranking Kirby with live explosives, the fed-up citizens of Cappytown decide to pull a fast one on the king, telling him that Kirby has died due to his actions
No.
and are holding a funeral.
No.
Dedede weeps openly for his fallen rival, and when the little guy clumsily reveals that it's just a prank, Dedede hugs Kirby in relief, telling the puffball that he gives his life meaning.
It was dull being ruler of Dreamland before you came along. I need me an enemy.
Epic Yarn shows a
Oh, I love that so much. Oh my god, that's so wholesome.
Continuation of Dedede's care and protectiveness of his subjects in his own rough and tumble way.
You can't be mean to my Waddle Dees. Only I can be mean to my Waddle Dees.
That sounds like two best friends being like, no, you can't be mean to my best friend. Only I can be mean to my best friend. Or siblings. No, better yet, siblings. Yes.
The novel King Dedede's Great Escape Mission doubles down on the Dedede evolution. Dedede inspiring a prisoner who'd lost hope in others by proclaiming his devotion for his subjects, giving them the push they need to hatch a grand prison escape with him. D3 has really started to accept what it means to be a good ruler for his people,
I like
learning from his encounters with Kirby, wanting to give his subjects the kind of life that he wants to live.
Oh,
Every day work without rest.
cute.
Every day, take a nap when you please. Sing when you want to sing. Dance when you want to dance.
Cute.
Every day, have fun and enjoy life.
Aw.
That's what it means to be a great king.
Aw.
But of course, if we're talking spin-offs, there's one king to rule them all.
Yeah.
Initially lumped
Smash.
in with the villain camp in Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Subspace Emissary, Dedede quickly defects to do his own thing when he learns of the true nature of Taboo,
Yeah.
the master of subspace, and his life-erasing off-waves.
Yeah.
However, Dedede is far too proud to ask anyone for help other than his Waddle Dees, so he goes around by himself, collecting defeated fighters before the likes of Wario and Bowser can bring them back to the growing darkness. In his mountain lair, Dedede develops a brooch that can revive a fighter from death.
He develops a special brooch. The brooches are set to work on a timer. When the timer runs down, the brooch will restore a fighter from his or her trophy form back to their original form. All you need to do is set the brooch on a hero that has been turned into a trophy and leave it there. Oh,
Making sure that
wonderful.
no matter what, someone will be there to see the world through. And in spite of his arrogance, he gives away all of them, even the brooch meant for himself, to keep as many others alive as possible.
What a good bean.
Sure, he's still a doofus who makes mistakes and can't ask for help to save his life, but he's a doofus who's able to beat Bowser one-on-one. The Koopa King's only got himself to fight for after all, and Dedede has long overcome that loneliness. And when it's time for the king to finally reunite with Kirby, once again unwittingly helped by Dedede's actions, Dreamland's ruler can't contain himself, wrapping his little rival...
Kirby is unamused. Absolutely unamused at that expression, but Dedede's so happy. Oh my god, I'm loving Dedede. This is great.
in a hug before dragging him off to fight for a new future together. A majority of Dedede's development to this point had happened outside of the purview of his creator and voice actor, Masahiro Sakura.
He didn't direct Dreamland 2, Dreamland 3, 64, or Squeak Squad. Oh, okay.
But when writing a new story for the characters he created, Dedede's kindness and selflessness were put at the forefront. In spite of the character passing through so many hands up to this point, two things always remain.
Oh, I love that meme of like all the swords. The Knights of the Round Table, you know?
Remained consistent about Dedede. He's a dork, and his friendship with Kirby has slowly, but finally, become a two-way street.
I do love when they retain like that dorkiness to them, so I love that. Aww.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland features the first time Dedede needs absolutely no coaxing to join Kirby on a quest. Sure, he'll mess with Kirby on the title screen and chase after his cake, but Dedede actively volunteers to help out Magolor with the puffball for no other reason than it being the right thing to do. Then Triple Deluxe sees the Rotund Regent kidnapped by Tyranza, mistaken for Kirby as the strongest warrior on Popstar.
Corbett needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
He gets brainwashed, masked, unmasked, and bopped in fairly quick order once Kirby reaches him.
Poor guy.
But Kirby's full motivation through the entirety of this game is simply to rescue his friend. At least before he reaches the people of the sky. And Dedede isn't even embarrassed to be rescued by Kirby this time, cowering behind.
You know what, though? Like, the fact that he's not embarrassed to be, like, rescued by Kirby, that's growth, and that's also positive masculinity, you know? Like, he believed he had to be the strongest and the most powerful. He realized that he's not. He's accepted that and realized that the title of most powerful lies with his friend. And he supports his friend. Because he's still a king, but he knows that Kirby's the more powerful one, and that's okay. Oh, I love it.
His more powerful buddy when Queen Sectonia begins threatening them, casting away his pride almost entirely.
Cutie.
But when push comes to shove, Dedede does his part, blasting Kirby into the final battle with a cannon and freeing the little guy when he gets caught in one of Sectonia's vines. By smashing him with a hammer, admittedly. But hey, King Dedede and Kirby got to save the
he gives him nice little cute head pats. You know, it's fine. It's fine.
world together for the first time since Adventure, and in far more noble circumstances for one of them. Dedede really had finally gotten over himself, and nothing would prove that more than his own what-if adventure, Dedede Tour.
Cute!
I am a superstar warrior.
Dedede's 3D tour in 3D, part of Kirby Triple D on the 3DS, shows the monarch plowing through the kingdom of the sky with nothing more than his strength and the skills he's picked up, proving himself just as capable as Kirby at taking on whatever forces may threaten Dreamland. However, it's this mode's end that adds the most to Dedede, as when he beats Sectonia in the Royal Rumble, the Dimension Mirror appears before him. This artifact, first appearing in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, is something that Dedede has never encountered.
Amazing Mirror is the only Kirby game to have no trace of Dedede whatsoever. Oh, interesting.
A portal to another dimension that can corrupt and overtake those who gaze into its reflection for too long. Queen Sectonia was driven mad with vanity through its influence. Meta Knight had been defeated by his own doppelganger from the mirror in the past. And Kirby, well, Kirby was lucky that even his dark reflection is a pretty swell guy.
Yeah.
And when Dedede gazes into the mirror, his shadow emerges for a fight.
Nobody monkeys with Triple D.
And Dedede wins that pretty handily. Heck, then he goes a step further, enters the mirror, challenges Dark Meta Knight to a brawl, and beats him too.
Oh, let's
In spite
go.
of being possessed and manipulated, selfish and arrogant, lazy and formerly tyrannical, Dedede was able to stand up to a pure corruptive influence even Meta Knight couldn't overcome, and shatters it to pieces. Dedede has accepted his demons.
Oh, that is such wonderful growth. Oh my god, I love this so much. I love seeing a villain character go from being a villain to being like a person who is comfortable and confident with themselves, you know? Like, I mean, everybody always talks about Avatar: The Last Airbender, of course, and Zuko's arc being like one of the best ones of all time. And it's so true. It's so, like, I love that kind of arc and progression.
Works toward becoming better than them, and has gained a strength of character that the gluttonous tyrant of Mount Dedede could never dream of having. And yeah, this is a non-canon storyline, but soloing Persona 4 and destroying an entire dimension is still pretty reflective of Dedede's character and strength in a way that deserves to be celebrated.
Yeah, I love that.
Even when no one's looking, Dedede is still growing.
Aw.
And while this next bit is entirely conjecture on my part, I like to think that when Dark Mind, master of the mirror dimension, appears in the future, he chooses to materialize as the one being who's undoubtedly stronger than him. The one being that he's never been able to corrupt. Kirby Planet Robobot doubles down on Dedede's power and strength of character, being noted as one of the strongest life forms on Popstar by the Haltman Works Company. However, the clones of the king that they produce are notably imperfect. Some obsessed with only food, some terrified of insects, and all lacking Dedede's strongest aspect, his soul. Star Ally shows just how far he's come. Dedede proclaiming in his guest star allies mode that I'll be the one to keep the peace, wanting to repair his image and defend the kingdom himself. And of course, when he's overcome by the Jamba Heart's dark influence and steals all the food in Dreamland again, Kirby cannot believe it. At this point, something has to be wrong for Dedede to steal the food of all the people he loves.
Yeah.
His signature act of villainy becoming something unbelievable for the man he is now.
Inconceivable.
Certainly a far cry from Kirby expecting the king to steal his shortcake and Squeak Squad. His majesty has grown so much over the years, but he's still looking for that one chance. All he needs is one opportunity, one main story appearance to prove beyond the shadow of the doubt that he is strong.
Yeah.
He is a hero. He is Dedede.
And here we are.
Wow.
Cast deep into the forgotten land before Kirby, King Dedede was crestfallen, unable to find the one that he considered to be his destined rival.
Aw.
Joining up with the Beast Pack, King Dedede somehow grew even stronger and let the power he'd been building up for years really get a chance to shine.
Let's go.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land features a Dedede with absolutely ridiculous strength, picking up a stone pillar with relative ease and making tossing it around look such a breeze. And in spite of Kirby actively seeing Dedede mistreat and imprison his Waddle Dees, neither Kirby nor Bandana Waddle Dee believe the king's in his right mind to do so.
Well, and
something that would
he's got those red people, so you know something's off, but yeah.
be seen as second nature for Dedede before is again thought of as impossible.
And can we just also say that it speaks a lot to the hearts of Kirby and Bandana Waddle Dee, that they're able to look at someone who was once their bully, an enemy, mistreated them, and see how that person has grown and see the good in them and accept that good in them, you know, because that's also hard to do. And that takes a lot of like character, strength of character, to be able to accept someone who was once bad now that they are good.
And they're right. Dedede isn't just brainwashed here, he's double brainwashed in order to fight Kirby.
Double
the pain of his new mask reverting him to a primal form for the pink menace to overcome. And after a brutal battle, once freed from his mental prison, Dedede's just happy to
Oh, you gotta see Kirby's face. Kirby's so happy. Dedede's so happy. They're so cute.
see that Kirby's okay. There's no animosity, no humiliation from being beaten again, no bitterness or competitiveness. King Dedede is truly happy to see Kirby and immediately goes to ensure the Waddle Dees he's captured are okay and not too mad at him.
Yeah.
Dedede is fully ready and willing to follow Kirby into the final battle against
Spoilers.
and make up for his past mistakes. When suddenly a horde of Beast Pack soldiers come flooding in. While the Popstar natives attempt to flee, a Waddle Dee trips, about to be Mufasa'd by the incoming horde. And Dedede won't stand for that. He rushes to the Waddle Dee's side, makes sure it's okay, realizes there's no time for both of them, and hurls the Waddle Dee to safety. Despite Kirby desperately trying to keep the door open for him, King Dedede stays behind, facing down an army by himself to buy Kirby enough time to save the world. world.
Oh, what a good
The king
bean.
manages to
He's become a hero, honestly. Like, he wanted so badly to be respected and loved and to be a hero, but he did it through bullying and all that stuff. But now that he is so much kinder and allowed kindness into his heart, like, now he is a hero. Also, it makes me think of the song from Epic, which is Open Arms. Greet the world with open arms, greet the world with open arms.
survive his ordeal, having the Waddle Dees that were with him feed and nurse him back to health. And the one whose life he saved will be the first to admit that he's a slothful doofus. But he's so cool and strong, and the Waddle Dees are proud to serve a king like him.
King Dedede.
Dedede's even a bit jealous that Kirby
He's actually pretty upset that you were saving us while he was being controlled like a puppet. Oh, poor Bean.
He's been saving the Waddle Dees while he was busy being brainwashed. A shame that he wasn't doing that job himself. And all in all, this is the finale to Dedede's character arc. The king who would have starved the people of Dreamland for his own selfish indulgence would now gladly give his life just to save one of them. But while he's changed in his heart, who he is, the goofy, lazy, prideful competitor, hasn't gone anywhere. Dedede just knows how to use his strength for the better, for others, for the sake of kindness.
Oh.
King Dedede is a silly character. I hope you've caught on that. He's not a deep manifestation of some ideal or a being with loads and loads of backstory to him. He's a funny penguin who tries real hard, except when he doesn't. Far more important than all of that, King Dedede is a reflection of everything that Kirby represents, and how simple compassion and humility can change a person for the better.
This is when we cue the music.
One simple act of caring took Dedede down a journey where who he was at his core didn't change, but the way he interacted with and cared about others did. Dedede's a prankster, a braggart, a hothead, a glutton, an egotist, and a buffoon. But now, he's also a friend. Both Masahiro Sakurai and Shinya Kumazaki have voiced him. Dozens more have guided his path. And over 30 years, despite being affected by so many creative visions, King Dedede has been developing into a better person more consistently than his character design. And while some interpretations lean into this more than others, it's so nice to have a truly healthy and sincere story about becoming a better person. Kirby is the embodiment of friendship. King Dedede is proof of just how strong friendship can be. And his heart, his care, his desire to be better in every way, in every game, shows how unbreakable of a bond that truly is. That is the power of kindness.
This is so good. I think I even have to say that, like, wait, oh, credits. We of course stick around for the credits. I have to say, I know a lot of people recommended this one specifically, and honestly, you guys were right. This one, I think, is better than Designing for Friendship. This was fantastic and has really given me not only a better understanding of King Dedede, but also a huge appreciation for him, his character, his arc, his growth. I'm like such a fan of King Dedede now. This is amazing. I'm genuinely so incredibly happy to have reacted to this. This was fantastic. After this one, we are definitely going and reacting to the Waddle Dee one as well. I promise you I will get that one done because I need to know what that's going to be like after seeing this one. But oh my god, this has just been fantastic. Oh, thank you so much to everybody who's been recommending the Designing for series. I hope that you really enjoyed my reaction to this one and that you enjoyed my reaction to the previous one, Designing for Friendship. Hopefully I'll be able to record the one for Waddle Dee as well, so that way you guys can enjoy that too. Thank you again also to everybody who came by here to help support me and to watch my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm really working hard to grow this channel, so every subscribe, comment, like really does a lot to help support me. So thank you guys all so much for doing that. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you guys again in the next part. Goodbye, everybody.